Welcome back to Primetime Sports Monday. Secretary General of the Jamaica Olympic Association, JOA, Alan Beckford, and ASAJ President Handel Lamy have weighed in on the concerns raised by parents of youth swimmers Jessie Marsh and Emily MacDonald, aired on Primetime Sports Sunday. The parents were up in arms after their children had been left off Jamaica's team to the Commonwealth Youth Games. Speaking to TVJ Sports from the Bahamas, JOA Secretary General Alan Beckford says that despite repeated emails to the Amateur Swimming Association of Jamaica, swimmers Emily MacDonald and Jessie Marsh did not show up at the mandatory residential training camp until day 4, when he says they did not participate in the full camp activities, including sleeping over at the camp. And ASAJ President Handel Lamy says he also tried to convince the parents to allow their children to attend the camp.
I spoke at length with Mr. Marsh on Saturday night with respect to this. But Mr. Marsh was adamant that he needed more information before he could participate in any camp. And I told him the only way we could have a compromise was to attend to the camp, see what the camp was about, and participate in the camp. And I have written in such manner.
One of the concerns raised by the parents was the use of the UWI pool.
Initially, there was the correspondence from the Secretary General of the JO was that we could use the UWI pool. Now that concerned us immediately because the UWI pool, while it is a good facility in terms, it's a 50-meter pool, Olympic-sized pool, there are some fundamental things it doesn't have. Specifically for a taper, it doesn't have starting blocks. You're practicing starts. Starts is very important in swimming. It doesn't have a 15-meter mark, which is what you use as a pull-out. The UWI pool also has a diving well portion to it, which is 15 feet deep. The line and sight required in most competitive pools is 8 feet.
But JOA Secretary General Alan Beckford says the association was willing to make a compromise.
This was discussed by Coach Gillian Millwood with me, and I said it would be no problem at all for them to train at the stadium pool. I discussed this with her and Coach Lowe, that's Linval Lowe, and this was discussed that they would be allowed to train at the National Stadium pool. She actually indicated there was an issue with the blocks at the UWI pool, since there were no starting blocks there, and we said that this was no problem, because we of course want to ensure that our swimmers can train at the facility that is best available in Jamaica.
According to Beckford, 2 members of the team, cyclist Brandon Reed, who trains in Spanish Town, and tennis player Lana Blackwood, who was involved in an ITF tournament at the time of the camp, were allowed exemptions. Jordan Fort, TVJ Sports.